大家好，我是用中文教法语的乐乐老师。很多中国朋友跟我说，光听我说话看不到我的脸，还以为我是东北人。我可是一个实实在在的法国人呢。Hello, my name is Clarisse. I'm the founder of Arcade. We're doing some outdoor historical activities in Shanghai, and today you're gonna hear my story. Well, the competitors that were existing when I started the business, I will say that most of them are not existing anymore now, or they're still existing, but they totally changed what they're doing because they were doing customers from abroad. So that was also quite challenging for them, I guess, because you have to totally change the activities and the customers you have. Now there's no competitors doing like this kind of mystery activities or this kind of like I think quite different things. Most of the competitors we have, they're doing city walks, like historical city walks. Some of them are doing historical bike tours or food tours. But I think we are quite different on the point that we are doing this kind of activities, and also we're doing a lot for kids, for teenagers. We have a lot of like summer camps for kids. So we're trying to have some new ideas and new things so the people will discover us. I think the main thing is that actually when I was working for my previous companies, I had the same ideas that I wanted to develop there. And each time we were always too busy to do it because we were having a lot of customers, a lot of tours, a lot of things to do, and we were just doing, the daily things. And we didn't really have time to develop some new products or develop some new ideas. Because maybe these ideas, the thing we're doing now, especially the tours, the mystery hunts with actors, of course it sounds quite complicated to develop at first. But then you realize that actually it's not that hard. You just need first to be passionate about the history, to learn a lot about like what happened in Shanghai in the 1920s, 1930s, and then to find also the right people that can like be actors, that can maybe speak English, French, Chinese, different languages, can be fun, and that's the main thing. Yeah, people is the main thing. So I will say that most of the competitors were doing more maybe classical tours like historical city walks or food tours, bike tours, but we have our difference is that we're doing some more interactive, more fun, mystery tours, this kind of things. And this is a thing that I wanted to develop also before when I was working for my previous companies. But the problem is that we didn't really have time to do it because we had too many tours, too many things going on. We had the routine, and that's why we didn't really have time to develop these ideas. But when I started my business, well, the good thing is that it was COVID, right? So nobody could really go out and do activities at that time. So for the first month, well, I was just developing some ideas, some projects. I had time to like develop this kind of creativity thing. This is also because now the tourism market is still it's still not open, right? The foreign tourists, they cannot come to China to visit. So our customers, they're all local people, either like foreigners living in China or Chinese people. So they are living here, they are staying here. Well, they need to have something new like all the time, because if you're just doing a city walk on the Bund, maybe they will do it once or not at all. But if they're doing it once, then like it's finished. They will not come back to try some other things if you don't have it. So that's why at the beginning we had more maybe classic tours, and even not really classic, because even if it was in the form, it was quite classic, like a historic walk. But actually we tried to find some themes that were not that known by everybody, to go to some places not really like famous or touristic places. and then you need to develop more and more and more routes and different itineraries and different kind of activities for different kind of people. So they will come again. That's the main thing. Well, of course, there is a lot of advantages. That's the first thing. There is maybe some disadvantages, but I focus mainly on the advantages. And I think one of our advantage is that I speak Chinese, and this is a very, very important thing, especially to like try to develop different markets. Even to get the visa, it was easier for me to explain my ideas, what I want to do. So it's really an asset to speak Chinese, to do like what I'm doing. We do tours in Chinese for like private like Chinese people or for some companies. So this is really, really important also because our the main thing we want to share with the people is like Shanghai's history. But if you want to understand better the Shanghai's history, well, it's better to read Chinese, to speak Chinese, so you can chat with the local people. You can read some books or some old newspapers to find more information about it. So this is the main thing. If like any expat or any like student want to open a company one day in China, I would say learning Chinese is a good thing. You don't have to, but it will help you if you do it. Then, of course, I think we also have some maybe disadvantages because, well, the Chinese market is really, really large, really wide. And if you look at the competitors we have on the Chinese markets, the one that are doing maybe only tours in Chinese, there is a lot of competitors. And some of them are really big and they're doing it for years and years. And they are cheaper. Most of them, except if they're doing some luxury thing, but if you compare to us, they are cheaper. So at that time I was thinking, so are we too expensive, or are we going to stay cheap to maybe compete with them? But then we decided that actually we don't need to compete with them because maybe their target is not the same as ours. Most of the Chinese competitors, I think their target are like quite young Chinese people. Maybe they are still students, so they don't have a lot of money to spend on this kind of tours. So that's why it's quite cheap. And actually, it's like in Chinese, 一分货一分钱. You get what you have for the money, right? So if you pay a very expensive price, well, normally you will get better quality. If you pay quite cheap price, maybe quality will still just be okay, but not like impressive or amazing. And what I want to do is to do like amazing experiences, just not like basic experiences. But when I compare to the foreign competitors, actually we are in the like same range of prices as them, or we're not like far more expensive or far cheaper. We all like around the same kind of prices. Not necessarily hosted by foreigners, but who target foreigners. Actually, we also have a lot of Chinese customers, but most of them, they have like kind of like international profile. Their kids are in international schools. They all speak English. We used to have also some, and we still have now some customers that maybe only speak Chinese, but they want to get together with foreigners. Like they want also more international environment for them. So sometimes we have on a tour, we have some Chinese young people. They don't really speak English, or they're not really confident. Actually, they can speak, but they're not confident enough. But they're still coming to the tour, and maybe at the end of the tour, they have some new friends. That's also one like very important thing for us is, as I said before, we're not like doing a class. I'm not a teacher, and you are the students listening. It's like we are a group of friends, and we are treating the people coming to our activities like if if it was my friends coming from France to see me, and like kind of a friendly way to do it. This is also one very important thing for Arcade. Yeah, we focus on, well, first thing is like friendly, fun, entertainment, this kind of thing. And then of course the content, the historical background of the things, the details about architecture. This is also very important to be like kind of expert on this part. And then also the third like very important part is like safety. Be safe, especially with the COVID. Make sure that if there is anything happening somewhere in Shanghai, we're not going there. We're not going out of Shanghai. We always have the mask. We always wash our hands, take the temperature and stuff. So yeah, like fun, historical, and safe. Yeah, it's getting pretty good. I mean, we're not rich. We're not like international business or stuff. We're still a very small company, but we reached our like goals, which was, well, first, as I said before, well, we need to live, right? We need to eat. We need to survive, have a place to live. So, well, I got a salary, which is quite good, which is maybe sometimes even better than the previous salaries I had. Second part is I really wanted to have some offices because at first, of course, when we started the business, well, we didn't have office. So we were just like having some stuff in our place, and that was not really convenient. So after 1 year, we had this office here, which I'm very satisfied with. And third, it was also to still have some more money. And the money we're having, we're still like investing in like next experiences, next activities. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with like the income we're having now. Me, it's a lot of pressure because you are the brand, right? You represent the brand, and if anything happens, you're saying something bad or you're doing something bad, well, the people they will know that.